Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough on the 1.1 experimental branch. Still playing with the new photo mode and the dolly shots. It's a lot of fun. I've definitely been enjoying it so far, except for the tethering thing. We'll get into that later, but yeah, it has been a lot of fun doing all of these really cool shots and stuff like that. I've really been having fun with it, and maybe we'll start playing with filters soon. I don't know if I'll do this for all my intros of Satisfactory, but it is, like I said, definitely a lot of fun to do. So moving on into what we did last time here is we started working on our stator factory. We got the train station down, the train stations down. We got the platform down. Got all of that working and connected to the rail network with the trains coming in, dropping off wire and steel pipe, as well as we started working on our design for the stator factory, and that's where we kind of had to end. I took way too long trying to design one single little piece of it, but yeah, we got that also finished as well, and I'm going to change the design up a little bit later here too, but yeah, looking at that design, that was pretty cool. I really did enjoy building that, and maybe we may doll it up a little bit more, but anyway, so getting back to the game here, we are back in this. We are going to be finishing this design, hopefully finishing the outer shell of the factory, and then we can move on to placing machines later in the week as well. Yeah, because designing these factories, it does take time when you're trying to what do you call it? When you're actually trying to do that, and you're trying to find out a design that's going to work, that looks decent, that you can put your factories in, that isn't just a box. You know what I mean? Too many boxes on this map. Like there's a big old box up there. That's my mall, by the way. You have not seen it. Oh man, and I've been kind of messing around. In other people's live streams and stuff like that of Satisfactory, especially some of the greats. I consider them to be the greats of Satisfactory. The ones that are got really big YouTube channels and all that stuff. Yeah, I like to dabble in them, and it's just like I need to do some tutorials, which got me thinking. It's just like, yeah, I need to do some tutorials on like circle builds like this, and others that we have made, and stuff like that. It's it's been interesting. It's been really interesting. Thinking about that stuff, just going, yeah, we need to do some more tutorials, and once I can, once I have the time, I will definitely do that. It's just finding the time is like the most difficult portion. Trying to find the time that you'll be able to do a tutorial and have enough time to make it look good, write a script, all that stuff, as we talked about before. Oh yes, and I did say I'd get into it a little bit. Is the tether with the photo mode, when you decouple your camera, that tether is way too short. We're talking maybe 50 feet of tether, if that. It's just like, it's not very far away. The tether is way too short. I understand the reason for a tether, because obviously when we're looking up here, you can actually see a lot of stuff is in lower poly mode, especially when it gets really far away, it gets into low poly mode. This is to save on resources and stuff, and obviously having a decoupled camera is not going to render that. It's the player, the pioneer, that's actually going to be rendering that stuff as they get closer. I understand that. It's just the tether mode is way too short. I would say maybe triple, quadruple the length, or just outright 10 times the length. Something that gives us way more tether, because, yeah, the tether doesn't even... Like, if I'm standing here, I'll show you how far, or how long this tether is. I was just thinking about that earlier today, too. Dang it. Somebody commented, it's an authentic video if he loses his boombox, And it's just like that. It's been a staple for this, and it's not intentional either. I know it's easy to believe that, oh well, it's intentional. He does that on purpose. No, I swear that is non-intentional. Dang it! I wanted to. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do it this way.
Stop wasting time.
Okay, Ada. Jeez, I just want to show this off. All right. Let me show you how long this tether is real quick, and then we'll do what Ada says here. So this is how long the tether is. Let's go default. A little bit further. It's roughly about here is where you'll start hitting the edge of it. Yeah, it is 55 meters. So whatever feet that is. So yeah, from here, from the Pioneer, and I'll actually show you. I can never. Jeez. There we go. So yeah, standing right here. Let's go ahead and decouple the camera. Oh, was it? No, I wasn't holding my radio. Okay, good. If you decouple holding the radio ends up getting stuck in the world. So yeah, see. Oh, that's not even as long. Look, that's the tether point right there. That's as far as I can get away from the engineer before I'm not allowed. And it is a sphere. I'm holding space right now, by the way. So you can see. Can't get any further away, really. It is very strange. So I'd say it's about 50. We'll say 50 meters is your tether length. Unfortunately, and that's what irritates me about the photo mode is trying to get some of them shots and stuff like that. It is really hard, and if you want to do longer shots, you have to move the Pioneer to where you want those longer shots to be, and then try to. I've already tried to do it. It didn't work. Trying to tie shots together is damn near impossible. It's not impossible. It is possible, obviously, but it is not easy. I don't have the skills to make that happen. But with the new photo mode, though, it does make it look like I have skills with a camera, which I don't. It's just the dolly system. I was waiting for some kind of tool to come out like that. So very happy for it. It's just it needs some tweaks. Anyway, moving on into the game here. Now that we've messed around for long enough, we need to get this done. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wall this off here. And then we are going to take our label signs and nudge them in like that. Yeah, we're going to have to overlap, I'm sure. So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting them on the edge, locking it in place, and then holding control and then pressing forward. And we'll need to... Nah, we won't need to nudge that up, I don't think. And wall 1 because we've got another wall to complete. That's going to be, or we might not even put walls there. We'll see. I want to see what it looks like first. Let's go ahead and save that. Okay, so now we have it as a blueprint. There it is. Oh, this is going to look so good. Just got to be careful not to crash my game. How many times have I crashed my game doing blueprints like this? Oh wow, we're out of steel beams. Oh. 232 steel beams per piece. Alrighty. That is interesting. Oh, no, I don't have steel beams being brought here. It's steel pipe. Oh, no, it is steel beams. Never mind. Oh, no, it's steel pipe. That's right. It's not encased. I was thinking encased for some reason. Yeah, and because this factory is so high up, you're going to be able to see it for miles. Which is good, and it doesn't even have to be that big. Yeah, we'll just have to wait for the steel beams to come in. Yeah, that steel factory is getting worked. And the thing is it's... the way it's set up is it is fully making as many as it possibly can. I've summer slooped all the beams and pipes because we were getting close to our beam and pipe kind of limit when we were starting to do the frame factories, and I went, yeah, I'm just going to summer sloop everything. Alrighty. Ooh, that's actually, yeah, I am liking that. Yeah, and I'm wondering if we should do a version of it where it doesn't have the top portion. We just have it going straight into the ground. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, and because this is a billboard, it gives off a lot more light. So then you get this, like, reflection of the lighting on the rock here. Oh, that looks really cool. I love it. That is a pretty cool design work there. I do like that, and it's nice and simple too. It's not super overly complicated to build either, and since I don't use mods, you don't need mods to build this. So anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna tear off the top of this. And I am going to add we'll add 1 meter. Add one more set of signs. Oh, almost had it. There it is. Yeah, and that vertical nudge is never going to get old. Very cool. Okay, so it's going to be about a 3 meter gap. Can we make that a 4? Let's make that a 4 meter gap instead. Then what we could do is we could put something in the middle of it, maybe. No, it wants to be weird. Okay, what if I add this back in? Is that what caused the... Something caused it to stick out like that. But I do not know what. Okay, yeah, so now it's... And with infinite nudge, we should be able to put it in place. Yeah, see that. Okay, so it is that wall that caused that. Yeah, because we're never going to be able to nudge them in the correct place, having to push them back like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this wall in. I mean, it doesn't really matter that the wall's in there, because as you can see, it's not actually there. Okay, save blueprint. Alright, let me get the rest of this in place then. Let's see, how does that look? That's not too bad, actually. If we could push it 2 more blocks, then it would be fine. Like, it's going to be 1 meter. It's going to be 1 meter in a different spot. Which I'm totally fine with, actually, so. But having that 4 meter gap That does make it, doesn't it? It's like, unless we want to make the gap smaller. I could make the gap smaller. Just, yeah, let me play with this a little bit, and we'll see what I come up with here. That way you guys don't have to sit here and watch all day of me just messing around with this. Alrighty. So now that we have that built, I decided to do the windows on the walls real quick because it wasn't going to take me very long. But yeah, I just also decided that we were going to do a 1 meter rather than a 2, and it actually doesn't look too bad. Now, something I did notice I built this very interestingly is we've got a 1 meter here and a 1 meter here, right? But then we've got a 1 meter wall with a 1 meter inside of it. That was not intentional, but I did apply the same here. So we've got the 1 meter here, the 1 meter here, and then the window frame is actually inside this. So if you want to know how to build this, because you're going to notice, let me remove this. You're going to notice when you go to place a frame window, you place it on top, right? And it's just like, okay, I'll just move it down. Nope, game says no. Even if you hit the H key, doesn't matter. But if you hit the H key up here, this is in 1.1 by the way, and then you hit the page down, it lets you do it. It's like, ooh, pretty. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. This will be a good stator factory right here. I just hope there's enough room because I haven't actually looked at how many machines I'm going to need for this for this particular world. So going to be interesting to find out. And of course, I'm just going to floor over all of this. But I'm probably going to do it in this grid so that we don't have that. But if I want to do the machines in a circular pattern, I'll leave this here. Because these actually extended out here, but what I did was I had them here and then I just pulled it in one and then removed the outer ones there. So, but what I will do is I will pull this to here. As you can see, it does line up perfectly with our center. And it looks rather good there. And I might leave out the center piece. Put that like that. Because we'll pull this in like this, and this in like this. Yeah, I think I will do, it depends on how many machines I'm going to need, but I think I will do stators in a circular pattern. I think that would be pretty cool. Because, I haven't actually done that in this game yet. Well, I have, just not on this particular series. We did it in Update 8 back in the day. On Season 3. Season 3 we were playing on Update 8, and we had a it was not the adaptive, is it the adaptive control unit? I believe it is. Yeah, adaptive control unit. We had these being made as well, which was pretty cool. In a circular building. Of course, that circular building was much different than this design, because that circular building was done with road barriers, which is the old way of making circle walls. That was the kind of the old way. But basically, what you do back in them times, before I knew how to build proper circle structures. I say back in them times. I was, obviously late to the party, but yeah, you'd put down a road barrier, and then you take a wall, and then you hold control, and it goes over the top of the road barrier. I mean, you can still use this for various things. Like, I don't know if that's not going to work. But we could do this. Yeah, it's not going to work. We'd have to come from up above, probably. Now that we got infinite nudge. What if it'll let me? No. And notice how the road barrier still disappeared. Testing this here. Nope, the game still recognizes that wall is exactly there. Yes. Okay. So that works there. Yep. All right. Let's go find out how many machines we're going to need. I'm also going to, we're also needing to build a bridge, across. How we want to do that? Will this foundation, or will this particular wall work for that? It will. Yeah, because I think what I'll do is I think I'll bring it. Oh, wait a minute. This is on the same height, right? That's what we've done before. Let me put a beam or a foundation there. Do concrete. Go all the way to the top here. Okay, there's the exact center. I think what I'll do is we'll do a wide bridge. Alright, so let me put down a. What are we thinking? Maybe a 1 meter? Or 2 meter? Maybe a 2 meter. Put down a 2 meter like this. Yeah. We could have it go through there, that'd be cool, but then I'd have to go up. And I don't want to go up. I want to go like this. Yeah, we'll go one more just for the sake of it. And then we'll use these two walls as an exit point. And it looks like this is exactly 1 meter above. So then what we'll do is we'll go. Let's see. I think there's a 1 meter down there, isn't it? No, it's a 2. Alright. Foundations. 1 meter. 1 meter. I don't know why. Well, it's a reference, but I don't remember where it's from. Peter! Something like that. Actually, I don't know why I'm trying to use 1 meters. That's fine. Is it? Is it fine? No, it's not fine. Move that just for a second. No! There we go. And then what we'll do... Actually, I might move that. And what we'll do is to merge these two grids seamlessly, we'll take ourselves a painted beam. See, these are both 2 meters. Hopefully I can reach this. And then freeform. Nah, I don't trust it. I might have to go from this side first. Yeah. Player's in the way! I'm not that close. I'm not that fat! Oh, something I noticed on 1.1 as well is you can no longer put foundations on the other edge of the beam. You have to put them on this edge. So the way to fix that is to just pull from this edge. You just need a little piece like that, and then you can boop, see, as a way around it. See that? Oh, it was perfect. It was close. I was tempted to leave it. Okay. I might just leave that there. We don't need to get too complicated with it. Okay. just so it matches. There we go. Yeah, and there we go. Now we've merged the two grids. What I will do, though, is I will, like... Let's go foundations inverted 4 meter, maybe? And then foundation 4 meter. There we go. Give it a little more of a structured look, but then back to 2 meter. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go vertical that there, vertical that there. My cord's being knocked all over the place. Okay, so zoop that. So that's 2 meters too high. Okay, that's easy enough to fix. And actually, I probably want a 2 meter piece like that anyway. Oh, whoops. Yeah, this can all just be framework. There we go. And since I'm not going any further that way, it looks like if we just pull our little trick again from corner to corner. It won't let me. It won't let me that time. Sometimes it doesn't allow you to. It's very weird. Oh, whoops. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Need to do it on the outside, not the inside. On the outside of the edge, not the inside. That worked. Wait, no, what? What's going on here? Oh, it's because it's freeform mode. Let me default that. No, it's still being a pain in my butt. Why is that doing that? I might have to remove this. Go back the other way. Because it is being a pain in the butt. There we go. And, yeah, we'll use a bit of this to make it look supported. There we go. Nice. I think we'll leave it out there like that. Now we just need to work our belt work up here. Alrighty then, so it's been a little bit, I've had a little bit of a chaotic day in between the last second and this second. I've had an entire day, which has been fun. Not my best recording that I've, tried to do. So I did a few things as well. I did not get the belts coming up here because I needed to, for one, I needed to go and record the multiplayer series. So the multiplayer series got recorded in the middle of this recording, which is fun. That's why I said it's been a bit of a chaotic day. So if I sound a little bit different, it's because I'm a little more tired, a little more exhausted. I'm a little more, I'm not usually, or I don't usually stop a recording in the middle of it or stop recording something in the middle of it and then go and record something else and then come back. It's not something I normally do, but that's just how it turned out, unfortunately. But I did figure out exactly how much we were going to be making, and I also built this sweet bridge. So now, look at this. I've kind of dolled it up a little bit, give it a little bit of lighting to kind of match so it looks like it's part of this factory. And of course you can come in here through the door and do the little staircase thing. I could put in an elevator, but for this particular purpose, I think it looks more industrious when it has a staircase in it. We could put an elevator in here if we like, because doing a staircase might be a little bit more trouble than it's worth, but we'll see what happens. But I did figure out how much I was going to be making. I need 148 per minute, so I went to 150. The only reason I didn't go any higher is because with the normal recipe, if we go back to production, the assembler here.
Think you could build more.
Yes, I can build more, and I'm about to. Ada gets on my nerves, man. No, not really. Yeah, we got the normal stator recipe. We also got the quick wire stator, but I'm going to need quick wire for nuclear later on down the road. So, and if people don't know, if you know, you know why you need so much quick wire. Yeah, the stator requires, this is the normal recipe right here, 1540, produces 5 stages per minute. If you fully overclock this, it goes up to 12.5 per minute. And if we actually look inside here, inside this factory, and I need to produce 150. There's not a whole lot of room. So what I've done is I decided to fully overclock the machine to do 12.5 per minute. So I went 12.5 times 12, which gives me 150. So I'm doing just over. We can always summer sleep it later if we... Whoa. I thought there was an alien above me for a second. I was like, what the... Like, when did Satisfactory turn into a horror game? I'm a little tired, so that, it wasn't, oh, my arms are above my head. It was, I'm being attacked by an alien and I need to run. That was my immediate response there for a second. Oh, good lord. But yeah, so we're doing 12.5 per minute, which is the maximum the machine can do fully overclocked without summer sleeping, which gives us 150. Now, why 12 machines, not 10 or something like that? If we actually look inside here, there is 12. I put these little arms here because I might put the machines on this in a full rotation. We're doing 12. We got 12 arms, so we can put 12 machines on those 12 arms, 12 assemblers. Now we do need to put them like this close. No, it looks like they need to be a little bit more. Now we do have the nudge feature. So if we nudge it to there, yeah, this is going to be a little bit interesting because of how big assemblers are. We put it there. Can we put the next one there? Nope. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to be fun. This isn't as good as I had dreamed it was going to be. Alright, what if we do that? Okay, that does allow me to put this factory here, which is very interesting. But we can't have the factories here because they overlap. Yeah, I think Coffee Stain needs to go through their factories, through all the the production machines, and reduce the bounding boxes, lighten them up a little bit. Because, yeah, they are a little bit ridiculous. How close are we to the wall? Oof. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do if I want this to be a walkway, I'm going to have to shove the lift inside of there, or we go down to we go down below. That's where my production floor is going to be anyway. But yeah, having to have this much space in between the two factories is ridiculous, because the bounding box on these is a hard bounding box. It's just like it's the same problem the elevator's having at the moment. Like, you can't even decorate around around the personal elevators either. So I wonder, and this probably won't work, but no, it will not. You can see they overlap ever so slightly. Yep. Like, this is ridiculous right there. Like, coffee stain needs to lighten up slightly. Yep, so they can only be this close. But then the next one over can be there, because the bounding box isn't doing that, but there's no reason to have it one tick backwards. Actually, you could have it all the way back here. Yeah, there's no reason to do that, though. Actually, what I should have been doing was setting all these. I mean, we can set them as well. Stator, fully overclocked. You can do this too. This is the old way of doing it with each machine, but with the 1.1, you can just do this, and what it'll do is it'll paste the recipe for you, which is pretty cool. And like I said, we can overclock this, or we can summer sleep it to make it produce 300 instead. If we need more stators, which I have a feeling that we're going to need more stators. We might just summer sleep it, because I still haven't, for stators, I still haven't produced, what do stators produce? Other than motors, I mean. No, I don't want the... What? Yeah, stator. Used in the motor. Automated wiring is one of the ones I haven't done. Automated wiring, used in motors. Electromagnetic control rods. It's also used in the alternate turbo pressure motor and the electromagnetic control rod. Electromagnetic connection rod. Interesting. Yeah, electromagnetic, the AI limiters. We'll probably end up using this recipe when we do those, but yeah, they need a lot of stators. Yeah, I think I'm just going to summer sleep it before we get anything hooked up in here. Alright, don't look. Look, the duplication has been fixed, okay? Yeah, it's like, if you don't want to see it, don't look. There, we should be able to paste it. Yeah, because there was a... so if you guys don't know, there was a duplication glitch introduced in 1.0 during the Fixmas event. I think it was after the Fixmas event is when it was discovered. I'm not 100% sure about that, though, so don't quote me on it. But, yeah, there was a during the Fixmas event, there was a duplication glitch discovered with the Fix-It factory cart. So if you're on 1.0, this will still work for you. I'm not going to do it, but I'm not going to do it right now. But you put down a Fixer Factory cart. You access the back of the cart to access the one inventory slot it has. Put whatever you want to duplicate inside the cart, and then use the F key, the deletion key, the dismantle mode, whatever you want to call it, to dismantle the Fix-It Factory cart. And the cart will end up in your inventory, but if you go to delete it, you'll notice that whatever you put in there now is doubled the amount. And yeah, there's a super secret storage that I have around the map. I might have mentioned that in this episode already. It's been a long day. But yeah, so now we're producing 25 per minute, so 25 times 12, 300, yeah. So yeah, let me put 300 here. 300 apply. You know what, if I've got it summer slooped, I might start putting an S on stuff. Maybe like this. Yeah, like that. If it's been summer slooped, you know what I mean? Like this as well. I might do it over here, actually. There we go. So when I look at my factory on the map here, there we go. I know that it's been summer slooped. Now the modular factory, the modular engine factory, I know definitely has. I am definitely not producing that much normally. I think it still has some overclock, but oh, it's the same with this factory as well. This factory was also summer slooped. This factory was also summer slooped, yes. Well, some of it was. But basically, by doing this, I know that I can't go down the road and go, oh, well, if I just summer sloop it, I can just get more out of it if I need more. I can't remember the frame factories. Copper sheets, no. The iron plates, yes, I did summer sloop the iron plates. I definitely know that. I have not done... Yeah, I have not done the aluminum factory. I did the concrete factory. I didn't do the encased industrial beams. The packaged fuel plant I did summer sloop, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be using the fuel anyway. I didn't summer sloop that one. Yep, that is summer slooped. The empty canister factory, the rod factory, no. The quickwire factory, I don't think I did, but I don't remember. But yeah, I did go around the map as well. That was bringing me to my next point. I did go around the map and mark all of my factories, and I also got all of what the factories are using. So if you see 150 out of 300, that means I'm using 100 reinforced plates out of 300 available. So same with this factory here, our stator factory, which is going to be using 140 out of 300 currently. And those stators are for the motors and, yes, the other stuff. Like the automated wiring and the electromagnetic control rods, that's already counted. Technically. Okay. What do we have for time here? Okay, so looking at our time here, it does look like we are going to be out of time for this episode of Satisfactory. I still got a long night of editing. Woo! Fun! So yeah, we will go ahead and leave it here for now. I am going to go ahead and... See, that's a 4 meter. Let's do a 2 meter. Not foundations. Walls. No, architecture. And let's do a glass roof. Glass roofs are always fun when you have a circular building. They actually look pretty cool. And there we go. yeah, we can basically do this. Yeah, something like that. Probably end up doing like, no, one's sufficient. Then you do like a 1 meter and then a flat or something like that, but we'll do that later. I just want to kind of get the idea. But yeah, like I said, for now though, unfortunately that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time we'll continue on the Stater Factory. Hopefully at least get it mostly done, if not completely done, next time, which I think could definitely be done. Next time, it is very possible. There isn't a whole lot of belting to do, to be honest. We do got to bring in 2 belts of wire, one belt of steel pipe, and then 1 belt going out for the stators themselves, and then of course the uploader, and then yeah, that's the stator factory finished. And then we'll move on to rotors, and then we'll move on to motors, and then that'll be working pretty good there. But yeah. Unfortunately, though, like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.